Crystal clear skies here in the land of enchantment and record warmth. In places like Hobbs, well, you're looking at a daily record high broken today, at least tied. The previous record, 81, reaching 82 today, 76 in Silver City today, 70 in Santa Fe, got to 71 yesterday, at least breaking that daily record of 68. And even Alamosa, around 66, at least tying that daily record of 66. And right now, we're starting off colder and calmer in places like Las Vegas and Santa Rosa compared to yesterday, but still temperatures above normal. 30 in Las Vegas, 36 in Santa Rosa, 44 in Clayton, dealing with that downsloping westerly wind going up and over and down the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. And as the air sinks and moves eastward, it warms. So that's why it's relatively mild. 44, 51 in Carlsbad, a warmer morning for you guys, and a little bit breezy occasionally. 37 Santa Fe, 41 in places like Albuquerque. Calmer and colder, Gallup 18, warming up at least 50 degrees from what we are seeing right now. Again, calm winds in Gallup, but breezy weather in Ruidoso, Carlsbad, and even Clayton. Winds all more than around 8 miles per hour, allowing for the mixing the air as well, which is also a relatively warmer effect compared to some of your colder neighbors. And here's a live look at Albuquerque. We got blues in the upper levels of the atmosphere, hints of oranges in the horizon right now, with that soon-to-be rising sun eventually warm things up later today. A very light northerly wind at 3 miles per hour at 41 right now with a 41% humidity. With that light northerly wind coming down from the northern mountains, we may cool off just a little bit before we warm up later today. Crystal clear skies for most. Rain and snow starting to approach the Four Corners, even near Durango, but I think Durango to Farmington to the south will remain mostly rain and snow free today. And reaching at least 72, 73 in Albuquerque, just as warm as yesterday, 73, or at least very close to that. And slightly windier than yesterday, but not too windy and still very dry out there. So there is that elevated fire threat, especially where conditions will be breezier in southern and western New Mexico, where places like Silver City and Deming in the upper 70s and 80s, near record to record warmth today, as well as Santa Fe near 70. I think will sneak in at that. Alamosa upper 60s, and Roswell to Hobbs near record to record warmth in the 80s. And Clayton in the mid to upper 70s. You broke a record yesterday. We had record cold last week. So yeah, much different weather in eastern New Mexico compared to what we saw last week. And cooler weather tonight into tomorrow, but not as nearly as cold as what we saw later last week. And not an Arctic air mass, but a cooler air mass, with East Canyon winds developing in Albuquerque eventually, and breezy weather in Alamogordo, Carlsbad to Hobbs, with the elevated to critical fire threat tomorrow. A higher chance for fires to potentially sprout out with potentially some blowing dust. Warm enough today that the quick hitter of a storm system will be producing very chilly rain. Again, it's the tail end of the storm system that'll kick up the winds tonight into tomorrow, with clouds sagging southward toward Albuquerque, wispier clouds to the south. A beautiful sunrise tomorrow, and some rain, wet snow near Socorro and eventually into the Sacramento Mountains. And in places like Durango, we are going to be seeing temperatures drop. 60s today, 50s tomorrow and Thursday, and overnight lows dropping back potentially in the teens before we warm up Friday and Saturday. Before our next storm system, we may see some chilly rain and wet snow activity later Saturday and Sunday, including Alamosa. But we're not talking about too much snow ahead. Our best chance for accumulating snow will be this weekend. Dulce, Gallup, and Grants, 60s and 70s. You guys have the higher potential for the fire potential tomorrow and even some patchy blowing dust. Camado in the upper 60s, but from Glenwood to the south, 70s and 80s. Spring-like weather today and tomorrow. We'll cool off later tomorrow and Thursday before we warm back up Friday and Saturday, just not quite as warm as what we'll see today. In Cloudcroft near 60, Ruidoso near 70, Artesia near 80. Noticeably cooler tomorrow and Thursday, back to near normal, if not slightly for some, below normal high temperatures, especially on Thursday. And then we'll warm back up Friday and Saturday, mostly dry with the upcoming storm system this weekend in southern New Mexico. Tucumcari, Mora, and Clayton, temperatures in the 60s and 70s, even near 80 far to the south of Santa Rosa. Red River near 50, and places like Espanola and Santa Fe on either side of 70. Los Alamos a little bit above 60 today. Very mild air today, briefly cooler later tomorrow and Thursday, warming up after that. Moriarty, Cedar Crest, Tijedas, mostly clear skies today. Ample sunshine. Have the sunglasses out there from the north to south valley of Albuquerque, ranging from the high 60s to the upper 70s. So very mild air today. Near normal freezing temperatures in Albuquerque later Wednesday night and Thursday night as well. Back only in the 50s on Thursday. We'll warm back up Friday and Saturday, mostly dry with the upcoming storm system in Albuquerque this weekend.